Welcome, everyone, to Just Wing It with Blake and Jamie. How is everyone? Just waiting on Blake. Got my Dr. Pepper. Hashtag Dr. Pepper. Waiting on Blake. And just waiting on some people to show up. And tonight we are going to be reviewing Ford versus Ferrari. Blake should be in a minute. So how was everybody's last weekend and what are you doing this weekend? Welcome, Ken. Thank you for coming in, honey. I appreciate it when you guys come in. It's always very appreciated. And we had to do it today on a Friday because instead of Wednesday. So I appreciate the flexibility since I was anticipating some visitors. I did move it to Friday instead of Wednesday. Hi, Blake.
Hello, I'm here. It's dark, but you can see me. How you
Good.
doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm fabulous. Unfortunately, I don't have an iPad here to do IMDb, so guess what, Ken? You've been promoted.
Oh, uh-oh, Ken's been promoted.
You know what? I told you were going to be on it eventually, and now you have to be. Nah,
He's
but how is everybody doing over there? Are y'all glad to be reunited and it feels so good?
oh, of course. It's the best ever when I get to come home.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad.
So
Natalie's
you
in there getting her eyelashes done, and I oh goodness, hold on. Let me see. Let's see how long this will hold before it teeters out. But no, Natalie's in there getting her eyelashes done. We're just at somebody's house on the south side of town, and I made sure I brought both my guns today. Didn't
Oh
know that
no.
I didn't know I was coming way over here.
Wow. Is the south side of town not good?
Oh no, this is the barrio.
Oh, wow. It's yeah, it seems like it's the south side of a lot of towns, like south side of Chicago, side of Boston. Those are not.
Yeah.
What is it with the south
Well,
side?
the east side isn't too good either, to be honest. There's a lot
Uh,
going on the east side too, but the south side of town is definitely the lower income housing.
uh,
It's sad, but there's a lot of crime over here just for that reason.
so where's Midland located?
Midland is West Texas.
No, what side of town was it located?
What
The
do you mean?
hospital. I'm at the
Oh,
hospital.
the hospital. Well, the hospital's damn near right in the middle, if I gotta say.
Oh,
It's if anything, it is like center city almost. It really is, to be truthful with you. But it's probably closer to the edge of the west side and the
uh,
east side. That's about where the west and the east splits. And the closer you get into town on the east side, it's actually really nice neighborhoods. But the further you get outside of, like, on the other side of the downtown, and you go out to the east side that way, it's a lot lower income housing and rundown empty buildings and stuff. But you know, I would say if you put the hospital in comparison to where Midland is, it's it's right on the edge of the east and the west side.
because my first thing when I entered the hospital, my first day I was like, how secure is this area? Because um, they had their own police department, and they're like, oh no, it's safe. We just have our own police department. And I was like questioning how safe it is because most hospitals don't have their own police department in the hospital.
Well, to be fair, honey, you're in Texas.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Can I
Things
get
are
an
just
amen?
hashtag a Dr. Pepper.
This has Dr. Pepper in it. Hashtag Taco Villa. If you don't know, get around to it. I know you know because you've been there.
Yep. Yep.
Taco Villa is the truth. And if you never have one of these burritos, man, I'm feeling for you.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I was just gonna say, what did everyone eat for dinner tonight? Well, you're having Taco Villa. And
Taco
um
Villa. I'm gonna turn this off for a second, but I'm still here. I'm just really,
okay.
I don't want my battery to die.
Oh no, we don't want your battery to die either. So Ken made some yummy roast with um like potato, onion, and carrots in it. It was so yummy.
Mm. My
So,
mom makes a really good pot roast too. I love it whenever they make pot roast. So
yeah.
good.
And tomorrow,
Natalie loves those carrots, damn it.
oh
Couldn't.
yeah,
Mm.
Those are good. And then the onion that he puts in it, he roasts that too, and
What
it's
time did
so
you put
good.
what time did you put the brisket on, Ken?
It was a pot roast that went on in a crock pot at 10 o'clock this morning.
Oh man, that's perfect. Daniel usually start his up the night before, man, and by the time you ready to go put everything else in, man, oh
And
that that
to
meat is just so
tender,
fall.
yeah,
I mean, it is like you could squish it and mush it in your hand. It's so good.
yeah. And
Shout out
tomorrow,
pot roast.
yes, and tomorrow he's making me corned beef and cabbage. So yummy! I can't wait. One of
Mm.
my one of my favorites.
I'm a cabbage guy. I'm gonna be honest. Not my thing.
Well, but the corned beef, so yummy.
Ken, you know how to make deer jerky?
No, I've never tried it. I make my own jerky out of beef, though.
Ooh, I'm gonna need some of that. Some of the thin stuff.
It-
I bet that's
he-
good. I love beef jerky too. Shout out beef jerky.
Somebody just sponsor us, right? Uh,
Literally, hungry man, dinner meals. I don't care. Somebody give me some money, damn it.
yeah, no kidding. Just anything. We'll take anything at this point.
I will tattoo hungry man on my forehead for $100,000 right now. I swear to God. It only costs like $6 to get it lasered off.
Yeah, $1,000 for one episode, right? And then you can go get it lasered off. But
Hell yeah.
doesn't it still scar though?
I don't know. It was
You're like, I don't
$100,000. There's a lot of things that I might do right now in this life for $100K. I'm just saying. It would. I mean, I might. I don't think I'm gonna go illegal, but
but you're gonna go.
I just right there on the fringe.
Yeah, it does get tough when times are tough. I understand that. Right now, it's been a struggle, especially with
It's
this
hard
assignment.
out here for a pimp.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
No, that's funny.
So
No, it's
anyway,
been.
what did you
Tomorrow's going
think
to be
of
an
the?
expensive day for me. I
Wha-
just had one more thing I wanted to say because I'm taking this woman for her Christmas present. She got a $500 shopping spree. She got breakfast at some place that's really expensive that you got to have a reservation. And she's getting Italian for dinner at Venezia's, where a plate of crab legs is like $120. It's crazy. I know, right? It's like 4 crab legs. And it's not even 4, it's really 2, and then they split them in open like this. You basically get, it's like $60 a crab leg, dude. It's crazy.
That is
But,
crazy.
hmm
But
yeah.
that's awesome that you're spoiling her.
And then she gets to go to this place called Cork and Pig, and we're going to have alcohol drinks after that.
Wow, you are really spoiling her tomorrow.
I did it today too. I got her a facial, and she's in there getting those damn eyelashes done.
Wow.
I don't know why. Her eyelashes are lovely already. I told her she don't need to put those big old like windbreakers on her eyes.
You know how us women are. We think we need it bigger and better.
The wind picks up by 20 miles an hour every time she blinks now.
Uh, yeah, my sister and my niece gets their eyelashes done. Oh, and my friend, Kristen, they
Do they
always
get
get
them
their
all big?
eyelashes done. Yep.
Yeah, no, I can't. No, I'm exaggerating. Natalie really doesn't get them big at all. Her sister though, goodness gracious, man. I mean, she started that hurricane last season. It was her
Oh my,
fault.
is she older or younger?
Younger. She's the middle child.
Ah, yep.
She's the biggest pain to everyone, so they say. I don't know. She's always been pretty cool to me, but maybe that's because I'm the biggest pain too. So, Simone, let's party.
That's funny. So, what did you think of the movie? How do you rate it?
Oh my goodness. This is a automatic rewatchable. I have already seen this movie at least probably 10 times. Uh, it's just something that I like to put on the TV while I'm cleaning or I'm playing my video game or something like that. It's it's a little like I don't know, water washed with Hollywood, like some of the dialogue I felt also like it was like real what's it called, cheap or you would expect it, what's that word I'm looking for, it was just it was gosh, predictable. Like some of the dialogue, it was like it felt like, oh yeah, of course you would say something like that. It was just stereotypically uh like whenever he's driving and stuff. That was one of my biggest critiques about it, but a little too long. It was like oh 2 hours and 30 minutes or so. Something like that. 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, it was a little bit long. I agree with that. And Ken gives it a 4, but I have to give it a 3.5 because of that, and because I didn't like the ending.
You didn't, well, that's the truth of the matter. And you look back at this man's life, and he drove a tank on the beaches of Normandy during World War II and went all the way into Germany with it, survived, comes back home, goes to America, opens a garage, nearly failing by the 60s. And I mean, the poor guy, he just had such a he didn't get, this is another thing I love about film, and I was thinking about this the other day. Movies give people the opportunity to get their story heard as if they weren't going to. You know, I feel like there's a lot of stories that are lost in history that would be very remarkable to see on film on the big screen. And this being one of them in a very technical, but I feel like it's a hard movie to maneuver through. And for people making it, it was very hard to, you couldn't really use your imagination with something like this. Like if you hear it building a car and making a car, and we're gonna talk about that and all the process. That doesn't sound very good of a movie when you put it like that on paper. But then you start to watch it, understand that, well, actually, it's not really about making the car. It's more about the journey that it took to get to building the car. You know what I mean? So this isn't a story about the car, it's a story about the man. And I believe that this man finally got his due in people knowing his name. And uh, yeah, unfortunately, he did die doing more testing and trying to continue. But at the same time, do you think he would have went out? He would have wanted to go out any other way? his
No,
his love love for the sport and the hobby was so pure and genuine that like someone like Paul Walker, it's only fitting to see them go like this. But I'm interested to hear your take, Ken. What do you think? That you give it a 4, I want to hear why.
I thought it was good because you get to see a whole lot of people probably, if you're not into cars, don't know who Carroll Shelby was.
Right.
So,
I just thought he made the Shelby. That's it. You know, I didn't know, I until I saw this movie for the first time, had I known that he was a actual driver. I didn't know that.
yeah, he lived and breathed cars,
Yeah.
race cars. That's the only thing he ever wanted to do. And
Yeah.
every living and being second of his life was how to get the money for the next car. And
Amen.
then you even got Lee Iacocca, played by John Bernthal,
Mm.
in there, which Lee Iacocca reshaped. Lee Iacocca was responsible for the Corvette at Chevrolet.
Yep.
That there with Ford. He stayed at Ford for a while, and then he even there went on to Chrysler to save Chrysler from bankruptcy with the K car. So
Mm.
pretty much every person in this movie, the characters were instrumental in everything we have as far as
They played an integral part in our history of automobiles.
every single one of them. So to see
Yeah.
them all come together with a face where you can actually put them on a screen together at a specific
Yeah.
point in time, it really points out the importance of what was going on at this exact moment. Maybe not the same words were said, but this was based off of a fact. It's based off of facts. It's a
I couldn't agree
it's a
more. Yeah.
storyline that actually happened. So to get to see it without reading it in a boring book, I think I thought it was pretty good.
Amen. Couldn't have said it better, my friend. I agree 100%. I got to give it a 4. All-star cast, even the cast did great. It's totally believable. Some of the dialogue, unfortunately, I felt was a little cheeky, and some of the scenes were a little bit forced. Like especially the conflict between him and that I don't even think that was real. But I do know that Carol, the one thing about that whole thing that was real was that he was supposed to win the Daytona, or he was going to give Ford full ownership. That was a real bet.
Yeah, that's
He had to win that Daytona race.
you could say there was a lot on the line because it was.
Lock,
And
stock, and
he
bond, he
picked the
said.
perfect he picked the perfect driver for it. So I think all the characters absolutely hit all their marks. And there might have been cheesy spots in there, but pretty much
Yeah,
every character that was put in a position to play the part, they all hit their exact concerns on it. That's why I give it, I give it a 4. I thought they all did good given what they were supposed to do.
amen. Recasting. Who else would have been good in this part of maybe like Carol Shelby or uh somebody that I thought of that could play Carol Shelby. Who was the guy that played the Sandman uh in Spider-Man?
I have no clue.
Uh he was in goodness, he's been in so many. He was in George of the Jungle. He was the bad guy. Uh Goodness gracious, he's been in so many things, but I can't. None of them come to the top of my head. He was the boss in Daddy's Home. He was Will Ferrell's boss in Daddy's Home.
Ugh, I don't know. I'm drawing a
Goodness
blank.
gracious.
Back over there.
I'm
Well,
drawing
I
a
thought
blank.
about him. If this movie was made in the past, Steve McQueen totally could have been in this movie, and he
And
probably would have done it.
I'm trying to think who could have done
But it even
good.
talks about Steve McQueen. Like he was making cars. Carol Shelby was making cars for Steve McQueen. That's what's crazy about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And for the driver, well, if Paul Walker was alive, obviously him.
Really?
Um,
Even though it's a British guy? You think he could have played a Brit?
I I think he could have.
It's a lot of a lot of training to get your voice to be able to speak like that. I don't
That's
know.
true.
I don't see Paul
Okay,
Walker.
then Jason
Jason
Statham.
Statham.
We
Jason
both said
Statham.
we both said it at the same time. That's funny.
But is he really that funny though? He's not as
Well,
funny. He's a much more serious
but
actor.
but the driver wasn't that funny.
Oh, I thought he was hilarious.
How was he
He was
hilarious? He was serious all the
just his
time.
quirkiness. No, not at, I mean, well, it's not a matter of like at the beginning whenever he threw the wrench and it broke his window and
Oh,
he said, "Nice window, new design."
yeah, that's true. But that could have been
he
scripted,
was he
though.
was funny. I know it was. That's totally scripted. I mean, uh, I'm sure most movies like they have to write a script. They're not just not. They don't know word for word verbatim what was said every single second. So they had to
Yeah,
make. You got to make a story, and they did really good with making the story and intertwining that with the actual truth and fact of the inspiration of the story. So
yeah,
that's my rating. I do feel there was a couple scenes maybe we could have cut out, like the scene where he's talking to his son on the carpet and showing him the track and everything. We could have cut that out. Um, you could have actually even cut out him racing at Daytona to get the spot to race at Le Mans. You could have just said right there after he took uh, Miss Henry Ford on that race in the GT 500 or the GT 40, and right there where he says Carol, Ford will get full ownership of it, lock, stock, and bond. And right there he could have cut and went to the
like the
very
last,
ending of that race, like the
yeah,
very end of it, showing him like waving to the crowd that he won or something like that.
or the
Like
last lap or something.
yeah, a fade in of him passing and winning first. There was a few things that we could have cut down to shave 30 minutes out of this movie, maybe, in my
Yeah,
opinion. But other than that, everything hit. It's unfortunate that he died. I understand it's a very sad ending to a very good movie. So it's bittersweet when watching it.
yeah,
But if you
that's
can
true.
appreciate that, that's the thing. Like you got to be willing to put your personal feelings of, oh, he died. No, that makes me so mad. I don't like the movie
Well,
because it's the truth. And
I guess it's, I get it's a true story, so I get he has to die, but I hate that he had to die. But I guess, like you said, at least it was a story, and that he can, you know,
I
show
mean, that's
that.
the thing. He doesn't get the recognition in the record books for Le Mans for bleeding because they forced him to slow down to catch
Yeah,
for everyone. His name is not recognized in the books, and this film gave his name an opportunity to be recognized for what he truly did and what he really deserved, which he
yeah,
didn't get.
because they took away his win. Um,
You know, they gave it to
and
the other guy because he was further back.
yeah, and they convinced him to slow down, which was BS. They not only took his win away, but then he ends up dying. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah,
It
total
just
turd
shows.
bucket.
It just shows how much of a scumbag that one guy was.
Well, I think a lot of that was, uh, I still feel a lot of uh, like that fight between them, that protagonist and antagonist was forced. I don't believe that they were really fighting like that for him to get the opportunity to race, or like they just didn't like each other or something. I don't think that was real. I may be wrong, but I feel like that whole tension between them was just for the story, and he was more than happy to slow down and let all three of them pass at the same time. And to him, it didn't matter. He raced at Le Mans. To him as a person, I'm just trying to touch into his soul and like how he probably felt. And that's how I know. I'm here. What does all that matter? Look at he was definitely an in the moment man. So I look at it through his lens. Like that wasn't none of that fluff and stuff mattered to him. It was just for the story.
I don't think so, because I think he had it out for him, and that's why he wanted all three of them or wanted him to find a way to get him to slow down and then give the other guy the win. And that really happened. He didn't get the win.
I think it all stems
Right.
from him when he saw the Mustang. He told him it was an ugly car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for the like let's just like for the story, let's just say for giggles that that is true. That's where their fight started, just because his son was touching the new Mustang.
Yeah.
And then he's bashing it and talking how he'd rather buy a Chevelle.
Yeah.
And that's a
Yeah.
terrible car.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
He lost
funny.
a little credibility with me right there. I'll be honest.
Like, I'd rather buy a Chevelle, and that's a terrible car.
Heck yeah.
Because he knows how to get people's goats. Just go with
That's
their
funny.
competitor.
That's my personal opinion. I feel like that entire fight, like starting from him on the Corvette to him fighting about being allowed to drive or trapping him in the office so that he could talk to Henry Ford. I feel like all of that was fixed and just for the story. I don't feel like there was actual bad blood there, in my opinion. If I'm trying to look at it through what I feel was true, of course, we'll never know. I don't think, unless, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm sorry it's so dark, but I swear I'm here.
That's fine. Ken, do you want to bring up the IMDb?
I'm trying to figure out how to navigate through this.
It's really simple. Just like go to imdb.com, and then at the top there's a search bar, and you just type in Ford versus Ferrari, click on the movie,
Yeah,
and then you just scroll.
I've got it pulled up here, but it seems like you come up with the information so much faster. It must be spread out here on my screen.
It's way down. The like all of the cost of it and everything, that's way down there at the bottom. That's one of the last things they talk about.
Oh, there's the storyline.
I click on that. That's the one that I usually just read like the first few sentences of. And then the trivia is the one that is like truth of the facts of the movie. I don't know why they say trivia, because that's not, I mean, it's not really trivia. It's just like they're telling you things about the movie. True.
Yeah, so this is 2 hours and 32 minutes. Storyline in the mid-60s, Enzo Ferrari's fast Rosso Corsica racing cars were dominating motorsports worldwide. Meanwhile, Carroll Shelby, an American car designer, had retired after winning demanding 59 24 hours Le Mans. He received an unexpected proposition from Lee Iacocca, and that disappeared. Okay.
It's like press more.
Yeah.
It's okay though. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. I don't feel that the tension with Leo Beebe was real. That's all. That's how I feel about it.
Here's a goof from here. Ken Miles' winning margin in the 66 Daytona 24-hour race was 8 laps over second Shelby entered Ford. The Holman and Mooney entry, driven by Walt Hangson, finished in third place, 1 lap further down.
Dang.
So The real Ken Miles was 8 laps over second. In the movie,
Jesus.
third place is 1 lap down.
Oh, wow.
Goodness gracious.
So they were
Stuff like that. So they just make that for tension for the story, for you to get excited about it and stuff. Like, obviously, this dude knew what he was doing. He's the one who made the damn car.
Yeah.
Oh.
He knew how to drive it,
Filmed
obviously.
in Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, wow.
How about
Release
that?
date November 15th, 2019.
Wow.
Box
It's been
office,
that long.
okay. The budget was $97 million. Gross in US and Canada, 117,624.
There you go. I knew
With
it.
opening weekend accounted for almost $31.5 million opening weekend.
Okay, made a third of its money in the opening weekend. Not bad.
Gross worldwide, 226.2.
Wow.
Yeah, I know this movie was big in Italy and France, and just because Le Mans over there is like our Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that's that's the thing, especially the story about Enzo Ferrari.
Oh, yeah.
One of the favorite lines that I had in there was whenever Enzo Ferrari tells him off that he's not going to sign the contract.
Go back
And
to
sends them
your
all
giant
back home.
factory, making your tiny little cars in your big factory.
That was great. And
Pig-headed sons, pig-headed, worthless sons of whores.
When Henry Ford, he's like, "What did he say about me?" And the other guy wasn't going to say a word. He told him.
That's funny. Man, it could have died right there, the whole project, but an insult drove Henry Ford's desire to beat this guy. And
Yep.
when you got the money and you write a blank check, I feel like there's a lot that can be accomplished, especially when you got the right man at the helm. And that was Ken Miles.
Yeah.
Back in the dark.
Go back to quotes.
There were some good quotes in this movie. Favorite scene, guys, go. Favorite scene.
I think my favorite scene was when he won the Daytona, and it was like, so who won? We did. Which won? Shelby American, and he's like, oh.
Mine was hands down the fight in the front yard when they fight each other. Hands down. It's not even a competition. He's throwing the bread at him. And,
the loaf of Wonder Bread was sacrificed.
He said, "Can you get me a pop?" Yes. You want one too, Shelby? No, he can get his own.
That wasn't funny.
And then he's like, "Oh gosh, how long's it been? 6 years?" He said, "What?" And they said some race back in the day, some year. He was like 57. Yeah, he said, "You broke my finger."
Whoa, was that you? I can't remember.
He goes, they're fighting. He goes, "Bloody car salesman."
Quotes, Carol Shelby. There's a point at 7,000 RPM where everything fades. The machine comes weightless, just disappear. And all that's left is a body moving through space and time.
Amen.
7,000 RPM, that's where you meet it. You feel it coming, it creeps on you. Close your ear and ask you a question. The only question that matters, who are you?
That's a great one.
Amen. I love that. Yeah, that is a good quote. That was a good quote. Ken, what's your favorite scene?
Like I said, I think the whole thing where we lose the translation from Italian to English.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Where he's
I forgot you said that for a second.
And your ugly.
Go back to go back to making your ugly little cars in your big ugly factory. That's so
and then
funny.
the relaying of that message to Ford Jr. I think that was the greatest.
Tell him he's not Henry
Henry
Ford.
Ford.
He's Henry Ford the second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which that phrase where he was willing to literally piss on the toes of Henry Ford II was what made him angry enough to go ahead with the project.
Amen. Yep. You should have never did that. You shot yourself in the foot, Enzo.
Yeah.
But
So
it was
I thought
who
that
was
was
it
good.
that ended up? Who was it that he ended up selling to? Was it
Fiat.
Fiat? Fiat,
Yep.
right? Yeah,
Yep.
he
So
sure did.
is Ferrari still under Fiat now today?
I'm not sure. I'm sure that the Ferrari family still owns some ownership to it, but it's probably a deal like they offered him, like Ford offered, but much better. You
Yeah.
know, Italian to Italian.
Yeah.
Fiat is Italian. I'm almost certain.
I'm not sure. So Fiat owns Chrysler now.
Does it really?
Yeah. When
Wow.
Mercedes, when Daimler Mercedes sold, because the whole Dodge thing. So
Yeah, I remember that.
terrible company, but
Well,
then
all
they were
vehicles are crap now, man. It doesn't even
yeah,
matter where they're made. It's like they're just made to last the lifetime of a loan.
yeah. That's actually the sad part is that's the way a lot of new cars are now, though too.
Mm. I mean, I can't name one dependable brand anymore, even Chevy. That's why I'm sitting in a 2002 right now.
Hey, those are the good ones sometimes.
It will never forsake me. Anything made before 2008 is going to be a gold mine in 20 years. Watch,
Yeah.
because they're good vehicles. They last a long time.
Hey, our 2014 Chevy Silverado has been a good vehicle for us too.
But also at the same time, think about it. How many other 14 to 2016 Chevys do you really see running around out there?
You don't.
You don't, because they're just hunks of shit. Hunks of crap.
Yep.
So,
And we have over 300,000 miles on that vehicle, and we've
well, that's because you
gone,
got Ken.
huh?
That's because you got Ken.
Well, that's true. But we also pulled a camper across country a few times, like across country, like around the country, like probably.
Yeah, we did a couple of them. We pulling a 10,000-pound camper. It was
Holy cow.
7,800-mile trip for a vacation, pulling 10,000 pounds through the mountains.
Hell yeah. On incline, baby.
Yeah, and he's taken it many trips to Georgia, back to Illinois, and back, and Texas, Tennessee,
Heck yeah.
and
All over
it's
the place.
and we just recently 4 years ago had to replace the trans, hence why he got hit by the bus, because we came down here and needed to replace the trans, so he was riding a bicycle to get to go to the gas station, get his vape, and whacked by the bus.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
It was the 2014's fault.
Yep. The trans finally went out. We're gonna sue you. No, I'm kidding.
A tranny took you out whether you wanted it to or not.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my gosh. So, but yeah, it's.
Are you all done, babe? All I had was my vape, my game. You grab that? Okay. Well, guys, we're about to take off, so I hate to do it. We're gonna have to end a little bit early today. So.
Okay. Do you want to do
No,
the
it's
riddle?
okay.
Do you want to do the
Go
riddle
ahead.
real quick?
Sure. Let's hit it.
Let's.
You
Hi,
got my wallet?
Natalie.
Oh, she said hi, Natalie. Hold on.
Hi.
Good to
You can
kind of
barely
see you
see
in the
her too.
dark.
Let's see those eyelashes, woman. Put them up in the
Oh,
camera.
Hi.
beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. The riddle of the day. What do you call a mobster who's buried in cement?
A mobster buried in cement. Stone cold killer.
No.
Babe, what do you call a mobster buried in cement? That's the riddle for the night. I don't know either. That's a good one. What you got, Jamie?
A hardened criminal.
Man, that's my joke. It's a hardened criminal. No, my joke is I say you can go up to a cop and you'd be like, hey man, like if you see one in the store, you'd be like, hey man, did you hear about that shipment of Viagra that got stolen? You might want to go put a bolo out for some hardened criminals.
All right. Anyway, everyone have a great night, and thank you for coming in and being flexible. And
I appreciate it, of course.
we'll quickly remember you're all beautiful inside and out. And the quote for tonight is from Nicholas Champert: "The most wasted day of all is that on which we have not laughed." Of course, we have to laugh. So everyone have a great night, and you look beautiful,
Okay.
Natalie. Bye.
She said you look beautiful, Natalie. Don't forget, next week we are on The Shooter. That's our
yes.
next movie. Yes. Great
Shooter.
pick, by the way, Ken. Great pick. I love that movie. And
All right.
I'm glad the guys got some loving out of this movie from the last one that we did. I wanted to vomit.
Thanks. But drive safe. See you next week.
We'll see you later. Bye, Jamie.
Bye.